Hello everyone, this is Phantomarty here, and today I have yet another Doctor Strange X-Reader story. So about a couple days ago, or maybe a day ago, someone had commented on one of my stories saying that they really wanted another Doctor Strange X-Reader story. And it turns out I had this really interesting idea for a story a little while ago, and I've been kind of putting it off on writing it, but I figured, well, this might be an opportunity to go ahead and create something. So why not go ahead and dive right in? This one is simply titled Doubted Love. Let's get started. You finished singing a lullaby for your two children, Mark and Taylor. They were born twins a few months ago, and taking care of them with your husband was the best thing in the world. Your husband was Doctor Strange. He was absolutely amazing to you and your children. You knew him ever since he first came to Comatage. Sorry if I said that wrong. And back then, getting along with him wasn't so easy. He used to be incredibly egotistical and arrogant, and that didn't help your relationship with him. After a very long time of trial and error, however, you finally managed to get into his heart, just as he had done the same to you. You both eventually went out on a date, and then another one. You both went on many dates together, and on your 3-year anniversary, he proposed to you. You both got married and you got pregnant with baby twins. Once you had given birth, you four became inseparable. Despite this fact, there was always something on your mind since you first learned about it. Stephen's ex-girlfriend, Kristen. You had met her before, and she had even offered to take care of the kids when you two were busy. But every time you turned her offer down and just trusted the Ancient One with the kids. It wasn't that she was mean to you. She was always polite to you, and you had to admit that she was pretty. There was just always this fear that Stephen would soon realize that he was bored of you, or fall out of love with you, and he'd go back to Kristen. The mere thought made your eyes water. You sighed as you recollected on these thoughts. You still had to make dinner for Stephen, and you honestly didn't feel in the mood for a date. You turned on your phone and put on the song "The Girl Next Door" by Saving Jane. As the song played, you softly sang along and even felt a few stray tears fall down as you cooked dinner. Once the song was over, you felt two arms wrap around your waist. You blinked away the tears and wiped them down. Doctor Strange just simply said, just above a whisper, "You don't really believe you are the girl next door, right?" You shook slightly as you felt more tears fall. Who am I kidding, Stephen? I'm nothing compared to Kristen. She's beautiful, smart, and she's Miss America. I really am the girl next door. At first, he didn't respond. But then, he suddenly spun you around and you lightly landed into his chest. You looked up at him with surprise, and you saw him with tears in his eyes. Before you could say anything, he put a finger on your lips. I don't know where you got the idea in your head that there's something wrong with your name, because there's not. You're kind, gorgeous, graceful, and you insisted on being my friend when I was just an egotistical asshole. By this point, his tears were streaking down his face and it didn't look much better. "Doctor," he said as you wiped away his tears, "do you really mean that?" "Yes, I meant it just as much as I did the day I proposed to you. I don't regret anything. Being with you and the kids is the greatest gift I ever got. I thought the loss of my hands would make this life impossible, but it's just the opposite. I'd go through that pain 1,000,000 times if it meant proving to you that I love you." You finally kissed him as a means to quiet him down. His words made your heart flutter beyond imagination, and he meant every single bit of it. This wonderful man was all yours, just as you were his. At first he was too shocked to move, but then he slowly kissed back. The cloak then pulled you both together tightly, and you both didn't pull away until the need for air was desperate. "Thank you, Doctor." He chuckled as he wiped his eyes from the fresh tears. "You know how much that drives me crazy." You giggled in response and laid your head on his chest. The scent of his cologne was intoxicating, and the cloak lightly touched your hip as a means of calming you down. Yes, I do. You definitely lost all of that doubt from before. It was now replaced with love for the Mystic Doctor. The end. This was a little bit more emotional than my other stories, mainly because I won't lie, I kind of really don't like I'm the type of person where whenever I see a character that I find cute, or whenever I get a love interest of a fictional character, I hate it whenever they end up finding a love interest in their story. And I'm like, no, unacceptable. I get so angry whenever a cartoon crush or just a character that I fall in love with ends up getting a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I lose it. I get so angry. So that's sort of where this idea came from. And every time I see Kristen in the movie, I always tense up, mainly because I don't dislike her at all. Actually, I think that she's an okay character. And I've seen much worse characters out there and everything, but I still don't like the idea of her getting back together with Doctor Strange. And I know some people will say, but he's just fiction. And I'm like, so? How would you feel if... Never mind. It's never easy to try and convince people of that sort of fact whenever they don't understand it. Whenever they don't understand the love for a fictional character. So, I'm just weird like that. But that's enough babbling from me, guys. I'm going to be making another Alex Ritter story in the next video, and it's going to be a two-parter. So stay tuned for that. And as always, this is Phantom Rider, and I'll be seeing you all very soon. Bye-bye.